Since apparently tomorrow we're supposed to get a nationwide American EAS test of the emergency alert system, I decided that, hey, I should talk about this because I've dealt with the EAS system multiple different times in my life, and I think most people have. As long as you're not a Skibidi toilet fan, I think you've heard of the EAS and you've probably dealt with it at least once in your life. Now, as I briefly stated, the EAS is the emergency alert system, which is supposed to alert you about different things that are going on. Now, I know during the COVID era, some people got EAS things like a shelter in place warning, where it's just like, hey, coronavirus is out there, you should shelter in place or you're going to probably die or whatever. Which that's basically what the point of the EAS is. It's an emergency alert system, so it'll basically come over your radio, come on your phone, or come on your TV. That sounds horrible, shut up, whatever. The point of it is to alert you of any incoming threats, such as maybe a civil warning, like something bad happening, say a weather warning, perhaps. Like I've gotten multiple for like thunderstorms and tornadoes and whatever. But that's basically the point of it. It's just to keep you safe and keep you updated on the current event. Now, when it comes to the EAS alert on your TV or on whatever you use, it has come in multiple different forms, mainly depending on your cable provider and who provides your stuff. I said cable provider because it doesn't seem you can get them anymore on your TV unless you still have cable because they don't come over Hulu. I think they can be on your TV depending on what you're using, but overall they're mainly a cable thing. But cable is obviously not the only thing you can get it on. You can get it on some certain softwares for your TV, perhaps, depending on what you're using. Maybe certain streaming services. Like I've seen some people with like I think it's a Roku TV they've gotten them for, but you can also get them with like your phone. Obviously, I think most people have gotten them. You could get them on your iPad if you have an iPad. I don't know. You know what I mean? You can get it on your radio, like a car stereo. This happened to me multiple times. When I was younger, it used to scare me so much that whenever I'd be like my mom's car or whatever, and they'd come like, oh, this is the emergency alert system telling you you're gonna fucking die. I'd be like, whoa, 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 hold on. We gotta go turn this off so we don't hear about any of the bad stuff that's gonna possibly happen. So I'm not safe at all. That's totally smart of me. I was such a smart little kid, but it was loud, okay? And it was scary, and it's very low quality. No, as I stated, they do come in multiple different forms, such as you can get one that's just a bar going across your TV telling you information. Your screen can turn completely black. And I've seen some for like I think it's Direct TV, which I've not heard that name in a long time. It's like Dish TVs, you know what I'm talking about? I've seen versions of those. You obviously get them on your phone, which usually pops up as a notification with a loud noise. And that's usually what would scare me when I was younger. How low quality the text to speech was and how loud everything was. Like the sounds were like making loud beeping noises and stuff and robotic sounds. And you'd think for something so important, they'd make it a bit higher quality so you could understand what they're saying most of the time. Because I've seen videos on the YouTubes where there's like it's messing up and it's all like in a deep creepy voice, which is like I ain't learning nothing from that. It's just creeping me out. How am I supposed to pay attention when I'm scared? That doesn't make any sense. TV. Maybe you should think about that. U.S. government. As I've stated multiple times during this, when I was younger, I was absolutely terrified of the EAS. But as I've gotten older, I've realized, hey, this is actually kind of important, and it's actually kind of cool. There's a certain radio specifically made for weather, so you can get them if you really want your eardrums to be blown out. You can get them. They're really loud. I don't recommend having them turned up to a full volume unless you absolutely need them. Like I don't know, maybe it's like a hurricane season or it's like tornado season. You gotta have one in your room. I think you can change the sound settings on them if you really need to. It's not that big a deal. But I remember when I was younger, I'd just be sitting in my room, not yeah, my room or in the family room, just be watching some delicious, delectable SpongeBob on the TV, and then all of a sudden it'd be like, "Hey, you're gonna die." Probably, I don't know. You should get to a safe place or you're gonna die. And I'd be like, oh my God, wait a minute. Important information? No, 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 we can't be having that. We gotta turn this off immediately so absolutely no one knows we're probably have imminent death going to happen to us. But like, to be fair, they weren't interrupting my SpongeBob, or like when you stay up late enough and you get like the test, like, oh, this is an emergency alert test. It's like, man, I'm just trying to watch some Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I'm not trying to watch some EAS test. But then it would scare you so much that you just couldn't sleep anymore, and it would just completely ruin your night and ruin your day and ruin your life. And then you'd have to flunk out of school because you didn't get enough sleep, and then you'd be living on the streets because you couldn't afford anything, and then you would die because you couldn't eat, and then you get for the most important part. Who thought it was a good idea? Like, honestly, I want to know who the fuck thought it was a good idea to make them be so low quality. You have enough money, U.S. government. I don't care if you're in like trillions of dollars of debt. You have enough money to make it to where, like, hey, wait a minute. Like, what if we made it like the worst quality possible so you can barely understand anything that it has to say to you? It's like, man, I sure do love when I hear type of crap on my TV. It's like, excuse me, young man. You know what the TV said. I don't know what the emergency alert's telling because the government can't pay enough money to make it sound good. And I've seen older ones from like the 70s where they have an actual guy talking, and it's like, well, I can understand what he's saying, and I can actually understand what I need to do and the exact instructions I need to get to a safe place. But yeah, the US government's like, haha, no, we're not going to do that for you. We suck. And, well, I guess no, the US government doesn't suck. Their EAS sucks. It's quite a truly horrible tragedy that they have the audacity to be like, hey, wait a minute, what if we took our audio quality and made it suck? Like, what happened to hiring people to talk for him? I guarantee that the U.S. government has just enough money. They could probably fit it into the budget to pay someone to read him off, like, hey guys, it's me, I'm reading it so you can actually understand what I'm saying. And I'm not some stupid text to speech voice that came out in like 1991, so it sounds like really bad and all that crap. Come on, US government. Come on, every other country, honestly. Most countries with their AAS sound like crap. What's so hard about making it sound good? What's so hard about hiring someone to say it for you? Or, I don't know, the iPhone ones don't have any text to speech, I don't think, unless you enable it. Or like Samsung or whatever you have. Which is why I'm making my proposal. U.S. government should hire me so I can do the EAS. Because I'm just the perfect candidate. I got the perfect voice to tell you, like, hey guys, you're probably gonna die. You should like go here so you don't die. I'm so good at my job, type of stuff. I'm just the best at doing the EAS thing. You can understand me clearly. I think. I don't know. Maybe you're just deaf, which in that case, you should probably gonna die anyways. So it's really your fault. You should honestly just be able to hear better whenever I'm talking. I'm not some crappy text to speech voice. I'm an actual voice. Even though I may kind of sound like a text to speech voice sometimes because I talk so monotone. And apparently I gotta talk with a different tone in my voice so I don't sound very happy. And it's not EAS related though. That's stupid related. But that's why I'm going to become the leader of the world, and just so I can change the EAS, then I'll just give up leader of the world and be like, here, you guys can go back to whatever you're doing, Bo Jiden and I don't know, like Queen Elizabeth. Wait, no, she's dead. Whatever, I don't care. She needed to die anyways. Well, I don't think I have really anything else to say at all. So I guess next time I'll probably make a video on why the Loud House is pure trash juice and why anyone who likes it is stupid. I've heard it 1,000 times before, and it's just not that funny anymore.